Hey guys, just wanted to give another disclaimer. Yeah, I know I keep doing these a whole lot. This should be the last one for sure. If my voice sounds a bit raspy in the video, it's because I was recovering from a cold, and this was streamed on the same night that I was doing Marth.exe. So, I mean, I think you get the idea. I don't think it sounds that bad, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. But at any rate, hopefully you enjoyed the video.
Look at the tier list I'm making here. Okay, so as far as context is considered, I might have said this a couple times too, whether on the stream or anything like that, but I'm a scare actor in real life. I've been working for a haunted house for the past 9 years. 10 years will, this will be marking my 10th year at a haunted house, and I've wanted to do something like this for some time, where I'd be ranking down characters from at least the GBA games, at least like FE6 and FE7, to see how well they'll do in a haunted house. And I have categories right here to kind of show off what they are. So here's what I have. I have scare actor. This would be an area where I can safely say that, like, yes, this character can be a scare actor or can work in a haunted house. Then there is getting scared and enjoying the haunt. There actually are people that do enjoy the haunted house, that actually do, go in there, have fun. They like to get scared, have fun, that type of stuff. And those are like always enjoyable to see. Then I have the unfazed people, where they are either picking apart or looking at all the details of the haunted house, and they're not acting scared. They just know that, yes, this is a haunted house. I'm just in it for all the details, or I just don't care. Either that type of stuff. Then I have this one, doesn't like haunted house. Of course, people are not gonna like haunted houses. They either just don't like the sight of gore, they don't like being scared, so on and so forth. It's just like a normal thing for normal people. So there are gonna be people, I can put some characters in here too. Too scared. This is the reaction where someone gets too scared either to go into a haunted house, or gets too scared in the haunted house and runs out screaming. Yeah, I do remember at my haunt we've gotten some people taking a dump, or at least crapping their pants while they're getting scared. So I mean, that could be I know there's some characters in here that are going to be, too scared to go through a haunted house, or, anything like that. And then here's the last one. Attacking the actors. Where either someone is going to punch an actor out of self-defense, or they just do it to show how tough they are. I've gotten reactions like this. And the other aspect of it, I've also gotten some people pissing in a corner in some rooms in a haunted house. So we get people like that. I will get help from the chat right here, just in case if say I don't know the characters so much, how they are when it comes down to scary stuff. But if I get perplexed, I'll turn to chat and ask chat what I categorize this. And so Lynn, where would she be? I think she would not like haunts, honestly. She's not really particularly the type of character that is either going to be unfazed when going through a haunted house, nor enjoying it. She just hates it. She just doesn't like the idea of horror, too. Because since she ever since she had her parents killed or whatever, she looks at things differently, honestly. Attack the actors. Maybe, out of self-defense, but if she were to go in there, kind of knowing that, oh yeah, these are actors and blah, 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 I don't think she would really, beat up someone. I don't know. I still categorize the idea of attacking actors as in literally hitting someone out of self-defense by being scared, or literally hitting just to show how tough they are. I think for Lynn, she's just not gonna like going through the haunted house, and it's just gonna be unpleasant with all this. So, all right, Sane. Part of me kind of wonders whether or not he's actually gonna enjoy the haunt, or is just gonna get too scared. Either that, or if he finds a female actor, you know, an actress within the hunt, he'll probably try to, you know, make a moves on them. We'll put him in other. He's not going to be attacking, but he's going to be flirting with the actresses within the hunt. Riz attempt, yep. And that's actually a bit of a common thing. There have been some times where some people will try to flirt with me too when working in the hunt, just to make me break character. So I think he just do it just out of impulse, honestly. That said, this is Ken. He just be unfazed, honestly. Florina. Oh, this is an easy one. She gets too scared. Literally scared of everything to the point where she just rushes out of the hunt immediately. Well, I kind of wonder if he's, you know, gonna like it or not. I think Will's a little bit more easygoing with this one. Yeah, I think, like, you know, Will might enjoy it. He'll enjoy it, yeah. All right, Dorcas. Now, I do not know whether or not if I should put him as just unfazed, which, I mean, it's one thing. There's also the idea of being a scare actor, but I don't think he'd be the type of person to be a scare actor. He'd be tough and protect Natalie from all the scares. That is true, but he actually be sensible enough to not punch people. Okay, Sarah. She's either gonna be too scared or just not gonna like the haunt, honestly, because knowing how Sarah acts, how she acts hoity-toity, she just thinks that, like, oh, like, this haunted house is just so uncouth. There's just so much blood, gore, and messes around here. Urk would be unfazed 100%. I'll just put him right there, honestly, because I think he'd be annoyed. Urk would deadass try to study the fake bodies. He would study the cadavers. Wrath, he'd be so goddamn unfazed by it. He doesn't really give a shit about this thing. Matthew, he is definitely a scare actor, or he's actually the person that is going to enjoy scare acting. He's a spy and then jump scare. Just jumps out with a knife and just stabs like an enemy in the neck. There you go, you're hired. Just don't bring a knife with you. All right, Nils. Honestly, I think Nils, personally, I think he might enjoy it. Nils will laugh. Maybe Nurgle PTSD. I don't know, honestly. Lucius would have fun too. I think so, yeah. I think Lucius might, you know, enjoy it too. I don't think he'd be the type of person to get too scared or, you know, dislike it. He's gonna enjoy it, yeah. He know, I think, like, going in, he'll know that, like, yeah, like, it's a haunted house. What more can you expect? Okay, Wallace. I think he'd be unfazed. I don't know if I count him as a scare actor though. I probably would, if he'd be working in a haunted house, he'd be security. Wallace would actually enjoy it. He might act rash though. Okay. If you guys say that he's actually gonna enjoy it, he's gonna enjoy it then. Yeah. So I'll just, you know, I'll do that. All right, Elliewood. I think it'll be the same thing with Elliewood too. He'd probably just be, you know, he'd know that, like, oh yeah, it's a haunted house, but it's a nice looking one. It's a creative idea. It's cool. That's about it. All right, Marcus. He wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, Marcus would just be pretty damn annoyed throughout the whole thing. And it's just accompanying Marth, like, throughout the whole time, just like being in a Juden's like, well, you're enjoying it, but I could care less about it. Like how long is this thing? Oh wait, this haunted house is like 20 minutes long. Most haunted houses, or in some haunted houses, like in Horror Nights, like the smaller ones, they usually last about like 4 minutes. The one that I'm in, it takes you 20 minutes to go through the whole thing. So, and there's other ones too where it'd be, you know, the same length, but there'd be a lot of stuff going on, honestly. One would be scared, especially if the monsters are Marcus. I would assume so, yeah. I don't think he'd be too scared. It's more so just like he just doesn't like it. I think same thing goes with Rebecca, honestly. I think either she just is gonna hate it or she's just gonna get too scared. Oh, I've been wanting this one. Well, okay. I'm gonna classify Bartray in different ways because I do have this Bartray and I do have older Bartray, and I'll get to him too, unless you want me to like put him like both on too. Young Bartray, he'd definitely be a scare actor, or he'd be enjoying throughout the whole thing, honestly. Older Bartray, on the other hand, he beat up people just to protect fur, unless Bartray, like young Bartray, would be the type of person to beat up people to show how tough he is. Actually, yeah. Let's do that. Both young and old Bartrait would be beating up, the actors. He gets kicked out immediately. Hector! Damn it. I want him to be a scare actor too, but I don't know if he actually would either really if he'd really like this, being, the haunted house, or be a scare actor, or just unfazed, honestly. Hector would be a scare actor, scared the shit out of Lynn. He'd enjoy it, yeah. Yeah, I think he might enjoy it, but like far more than Ellie would. Old one, he actually would be beating up people because he wouldn't want any of the actors scaring Lelina. He'd punch him right in the face. Old Lily would. I think he'd just be unfazed, honestly. When he died from a heart attack. There he is. There's old Marcus. There you go. Yeah, old Marcus would just be unfazed or just be annoyed as well. So Oswin, probably the same thing too. He just wouldn't really care about like what's going on. He's just more so focused on Hector not doing anything stupid. All right, Guy. I'm not too sure if Guy's gonna enjoy the haunted house though. Beat up, hone sword skills. Maybe, yeah, like he probably would be beating up people. Just like his brain would activate when someone's jumping at him, and he would just, in self-defense, like slash someone or punch someone. Young Merlin's, he'd be scared. He'd be fucking scared. He'd piss himself in a haunted house. Yeah, he would. Old Merlin's, he just wouldn't like it. He would get scared, but he just, he know that, like, oh, jeez, this haunted house stuff. I'm not a fan of this stuff. Why am I going into this with Roy? All right, Priscilla. I think Priscilla would just hate this, hate going into a haunted house also. I'm kind of perplexed on this one. Raven. Should he be a scare actor, or should he be the type of person that is going to smack someone? I think it's just one of those things where Raven would just punch someone just because he's just too pissed at like everything that's going on around him. All right, Kanaz. I don't think he is the type of person to get too easily scared nor dislike haunted houses. He is a dark mage, so he'd be a little bit familiar with it. I've seen people like him that, like a lot of like horror related stuff, but are not really, they're not like diehard, they're not diehard type of people. He does say that he hates how people call it dark magic and not ancient magic. Kana should be fine. Yeah, Kana should be fine, honestly. I think I feel like he actually would be like the scare actor. I've seen people like him where like they're not, I guess to say like they're not, extrovert or whatever. Like he's not like bombastic or anything like that. He just enjoys the haunted house. He likes working over there, and he likes scaring people, whether or not if he's just corralling people or just being a jump scare actor. He'll enjoy it. And that would make it even more scary than intended without trying. Yeah, he just summons ghosts out of nowhere. Dart, I think part of me wants to say that he'd also be a scare actor as well, or he just enjoy it. Like either one of the two. He would beat the actors. Maybe, yeah. He probably would beat up the actors. He'd just like it if it was a pirate theme, he'd act. Yeah, there are some pirate themed haunted houses out there. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Maybe he could be an actor, honestly, if it came down to it, or like, actually, no, without Vincent, he would. He'd be a scare actor for sure. Fiora. She wouldn't like it. She'd hate it. She just wouldn't like the idea of going into a haunted house. Legault, that's an easy one. He'd be a scare actor. All right, Ninian. I think, she's probably. I mean, she is similar to, her situation is similar to, what was it? To Nils. Her situation is similar to Nils, but she does not like the idea of a haunted house. Knowing her, she's not really like the type of person that is gonna like, yeah. She would just go if Elliewood goes in. Maybe, yeah, but it's just one of those things where it's like, she just would not like the experience. My girlfriend was like that too, where she went through my haunt with my family when I was working. She went in, did not like it, never is going back ever again. So that's kind of how I see it. All right, Isadora. either she's gonna not enjoy it or just be unfazed by it, honestly. Keith would not really care as much. Hawkeye would be the same thing. Geets, he probably would be a scare actor, honestly. I mean, I don't know much about him, but he looks scare actor material. Geets wouldn't really care, or would he be a scare actor just because he thinks he could just give it a purpose? Okay. I mean, if that's really the case, maybe it's just that then. Farina, she either probably would be too scared. Yeah, she'd be screaming a whole lot. She'd be too scared, honestly. Farina would get scared and then haunted house. Oh, I wish I had my laugh track with me, but that is good. She definitely would do that. All right, Penleys. I think they'd be unfazed by it. Actually, no. I think they might enjoy it just fine. They're an old couple. They've seen a lot of things, and they're like, oh, this is all just a good fun. All right, young Carell. He would literally punch someone in the face. Old Carell, if I can find him, he'd be unfazed, honestly. He would punch someone not out of fear, but he would have an excuse to let out his frustration. Oh man, I do not know if he's gonna be unfazed by it. Okay, Harkin would enter a haunted house out of desire for penance and did not know it was fake. Harkin would just be too serious. He's not the guy enjoying playing and fun and having fun stuff. At least that's how I see him. I kind of figured, honestly. Yeah, Nina would get scared. Though I'm not too sure if she'd actually either enjoy it or she hate it. Jafar is an easy one. He would beat up anybody. He would stab anybody for scaring Nino. Actually, yeah, Harkin might have a bit of a panic attack because he's legit fucked up after watching everyone he fights with die. So yeah, he either is just gonna get. Yeah, he actually might get a panic attack, actually. Bika wouldn't give a crap. I don't know, like, either that or she'd be a scare actor, but I feel like she would not give a shit about it. Okay, yeah, Carlin wouldn't care, honestly, yeah. You know that Carell will be beating up people, but I think it's more so just like, she just like tell Carell, like, just stop. Stop attacking people, otherwise we're gonna get booted. We're gonna get banned from the haunted house. Alright, let's see. What's his face? Shoot, I have him right here. Renault, my bad. Okay, Renault. He wouldn't care. Renault wouldn't care. Knowing him, he wouldn't really care. And I think the same thing goes with Athos. He just wouldn't care also. Fargus, yeah. Fargus would be a scare actor. Have here, Marquis Furin. I think this is supposed to be Lynn's uncle. I don't think he'd give a shit also, honestly. Okay, I'll say this. I did add in some random characters in here. Just in case like there's like someone that kind of stood out amongst you guys. He would be racist. Yeah, you stinking mutant. Layla, she'd be a scare actor. 100%. She'd be a scare actor. She's going on a ride with Matthew, Elliott's dad. I think he'd be unfazed, honestly. He wouldn't care. Uther. I think Uther. I think Uther wouldn't care also. Parmy kind of figured that, like, oh, like, he's the big brother. He'd probably be the same as Hector, but no, like, Uther is, like, the complete opposite of Hector. All right, young Zephiel. I think knowing him, he'd probably be, scared, but he'd actually enjoy it. Well, this is an easy one. Unfazed. I would say that, like, oh, maybe have him a scare actor, but he would do nothing, honestly. Actually, thinking about it, he might. If he's able to imitate people, he can probably imitate someone. He can probably imitate one person, and he can just... he can probably throw off people. Murdoch wouldn't care. Shoot, what's his face? Zephiel's dad. He'd hate it. He'd fucking hate it. Desmond would hate it. Desmond would hire assassins to kill Zephiel on the 15th time in this year. He'd hate it, or he'd be, I wouldn't say he'd be punching people, but he'd be sending like assassins, or he'd be sending like people to attack the actors. He convinced the actors to kill Zephiel. Hey, you see that kid right there? Take that knife that you have and gut that little kid. But sir, this is a rubber knife. I can't really do much. Do what I say. I have $1,000 on me. You do this right now, and I'll pay you. And then Zephiel's mom, she would hate it. Zephiel's mom would just hate it. young Guinevere would be screaming her head off nonstop. Morphs are scare actors? Yeah, they are definitely scare actors. I think for the most part, like, the villains are definitely scare actors. Especially Nurgle. Nurgle will be... Okay, so Nurgle would relish in the idea of scaring people, but he'd be one of the idiots to bring in a satanic book and read verses out of it. There's one case I remember seeing on like a paranormal TV show where one stupid kid from a haunted house decided to bring in a satanic book, read the verses from it, and curse the haunted house. He would make the haunted house real. He would make the haunted house real. Yeah, he would. All right, Lugdrin. I think he wouldn't give a shit, honestly. I think he's one of the bosses. And then yeah, he would also not care. Oh boy, Lloyd. I see Lloyd either enjoying the haunted house for what it is or being a scare actor and just having fun with it. Reed Brothers would love scaring people. I guess so, yeah. Well, kind of like looking at it, I think like Lloyd would be scare acting because he enjoys the idea of it, or he just like, he enjoys the craft, or at least like the idea of it. Lloyd would just, you know, Linus would just do it just to kind of show like how tough he is for the most part. Just Ursula would be unfazed. Yeah, she just wouldn't care. Alright, Brendan, I think he'd be unfazed also. Okay! Next couple ones are gonna be interesting. Kashuna. Part of me wants to put him down as scare actor, but it's just one of those things where like, yeah, let's hire this creepy motherfucker into the haunt, but then like after the first couple of nights, people are gonna question why the hell we like hire this person? I mean, that could be it. Like, he could do a creep role. Okay, Eric, he'd be too scared. Knowing how he is, knowing how much of a pansy he is, Eric would be too scared. Yeah, Eric would just shit his pants, honestly. Older Eric would still be the same thing. He'd still shit his pants throughout the whole run. Uhai. I don't know if he'd be like, I think he might be unfazed by it. Kashuna would be the only reason why Nurgle isn't killing people right now. That is true. He can work out as a scare actor, but he's also good as a magic seal so that to prevent Nurgle from doing any crazy shit happening. I mean, you can tell it by his face, like Nurgle is just unpleased that Kashuna's right next to him. Germ would kill. Yeah, Germ would kill. Germa would kill people. Kenneth, would Kenneth actually be scared? Maybe, yeah. I mean, that could be true. Like, he could be, like, he'd be doing that too. He'd probably be attacking the people. Actually, no. He's the person that goes into a haunted house, bringing a satanic book with him, reading satanic verses, and cursing the entire place. Both him and Nurgle are doing the same thing in a haunted house. Alright, Aeon. Part of me wants to say that he gets too scared, especially when he runs into Kashuna. Nurgle will kill Kenneth. Oh man. Paul and Jasmine, they be hitting people. They would not care who they're getting to. They'd be hitting people left and right. Oh yeah. Desert Axe Bros 1 would be mugging everybody. Yeah, they would be mugging people. Okay, and then yeah, Denning. Unfazed. He literally is just a messenger. Actually, yeah. He'd be a scare actor, but he'd be the worst scare actor. Okay, we've gone through FE7, so this is pretty much where we're at right now. Let's get into FE6. Roy, part of me wants to say that he, is just like Ellie would. Roy would be unfazed. I mean, there is that, but I think like Roy's still a kid. He hasn't really seen a whole lot of like bad stuff to be unfazed by it, but it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, he'd be like his dad. He'd just enjoy it. On the Lance, they'd be unfazed too. They wouldn't care. They're just kind of like watching over Roy so that like nothing really bad happens to him. What would I tup and then pee himself? Right, yeah. Boars. I kind of wonder if Boars might enjoy it also. He'll casually enjoy it. He is there to protect, to kind of watch over Lelina, but he knows, I think he'd be the type of person to know that like, oh yeah, this is just all good and fun. Ellen, she would not, I don't think she'd like it. Deke would like it. Yeah, Deke would actually like, the haunted house. These two should be easy. Wade, he'd be beating up people left and right, knowing him. Lot would not give a shit. Lot would not give a shit, like, two shits about what's going on, honestly. I think he's more concerned about Wade just not, like, doing anything stupid. The image of this thing is classified as Fanny, but, god damn it, I forgot about her name already. She'd be too scared. She'd be screaming her head off the entire time, honestly. Yeah, Chad would scare out from the money. Speaking of Chad, let me get this guy at it. Rye, he'd definitely be a scare actor, but he'd be one of the edgy scare actors. So you guys have said that, you know, Lou would also be enjoying the haunted house along with Kanaz. Would that be the case, or do you think Lou would actually be the type of person that is just gonna get scared of the haunt? Rye would bring the demon book, so he's in league with both Nurgle and Kennen. Though these three are the ones bringing satanic books to the haunt. Lou would like it. Yeah, okay, yeah. Lou would like the haunted house, so that's fine. Okay. Clarine, she would hate it. She'd be complaining constantly, like, why is there so much blood? Why is there so many dead bodies? Why are there so many people scaring me? I hate this, I hate this. And then Rutger would be beating up people just because Clarine said so. Oh, shit, Saul. He'd be trying to flirt. And then Dorothy, I don't know if Dorothy's actually just not gonna like it or just gonna be unfazed by it. I don't see Rutger being paired with Clarine actually, despite his support between them. That is true, yeah. I just like to make the joke that that they're just kind of stuck with each other. Like, he's the one that freed her, and she was the one that recruited him, and you know, so on and so forth. Dorothy would be unfazed and just try to keep Saul in check. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Ironically, Sue would not sue the haunted house. They'd be unfazed as hell. Yeah, she'd be unfazed, honestly. All right, let's see. Zealot. I kind of wonder if he would not really care, or if he just, you know, be enjoying the haunt for what it is. Zealot and his wife would just enjoy the haunt, like Penn and Louise. Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, let's get Juno up here. All right, Trek. I'm gonna, okay, this is bad of me, but I'm gonna kind of judge by Trek's facial expressions. I would assume that he would get scared a bit easily. He would try to talk to the actors about his weird dreams or fall asleep. What? I'm putting him in other then. Just for that reason. I didn't know that Trek was narcoleptic. Oh well. Noah, I think he would like it. I think he'd enjoy it. Noah knows that, like, yeah, this is just fun and all. Actually, yeah. Fur might enjoy it too, actually. Fur might actually enjoy the haunt. She's trying her best to enjoy it, all the while Bartray is just beating up everybody that's trying to scare her. Okay. Astolfo, okay, yeah, this is kind of a given. Yeah, that is a thing. Astolfo will do acting as a side hustle and get info on everyone that's there. Oh my god. Lelina, okay, I think okay. It's either hard to say whether or not she is just gonna get too scared or she's just gonna enjoy the haunt. I think she might just enjoy the haunt. Yeah, she'll get scared, but she knows that, like, oh yeah, that's just kind of how it is. She literally stood up against a brigand. No, she stood up against two brigands. Alina can't be scared. She's an army of Ostia's knights. She has an army of Ostia knights protecting her. I don't know. All right, let's see. Wendy, I don't know. I'm not too sure if Wendy's gonna be unfazed by her. If she's gonna like it. I think, like, she's just gonna be unfazed. Yeah, Barth wouldn't care also. Ah, shoot. What's this guy's name? Another erasure character for me. Augir, god damn it. I would say there's too many characters that don't really stand out. There's like a ton of characters that I remember from here, but Augir I don't remember, and I think even then he'd just be unfazed, honestly. Shin, on the other hand, too, he's just to be unfazed too. He wouldn't give a shit about what's going on. Okay. Gonzalez. Now we come to this part because I've seen a lot of comments from Nick about this one. Gonzi, my boy Gonzalez. It's a hard one. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. I don't think, like, you know, he'd be up to, you know, working as a haunted house actor because he doesn't like the idea of scaring people. Yeah, Nick, you are right. He actually would be attacking people out of self-defense, thinking that everyone's out to get me, everyone's out to kill me, I should defend myself, and then he'd start attacking people left and right. The poor guy won't know like what the concept of a haunted house is. He beat up people while doing his cleric beast screech. He would. Okay, Geese. He either would enjoy the haunt, or he actually would be like Dart and be a scare actor, honestly. Like, he probably would just do it just to get, like, as a side job to get money. Klein. I think Klein would be unfazed. Klein would have fun, but would be forced to be with Coleraine. Okay, Thea. I remember your name. Not Shauna. Whatever. Thea. I don't know if she'll hate it or she'll just be unfazed by it, honestly. And then, Lauren. Yeah, Lauren would be screaming her head out the entire time. Echidna would be an actor just to screw with Laura. I'll do that, actually. Oh, boy. What's his face? I'm so sorry. Elfin. I can't really say that he's an actor. I think he just is unfazed of what is going on. Elfin would break out the church organ. Well, I mean, if that's the case, he probably would be a scare actor then, because in my haunted house, we do have a church section. So, like, he could be the one playing the organ and like playing creepy music at the same time. Elfin is the ghost. Well, I mean, if you guys are saying all that stuff, maybe he is a scare actor then. I mean, he doesn't have to be like shouting, screaming in your face to scare people. Like I said, he could be he could be, you know, on a church choir playing the organ and have creepy makeup on. What's your theme haunted house? Or what is your theme haunted house that you work at? It's multiple themes, actually. It's multiple themes that we have in our haunt. So it's a mix between a prison section, a circus section, a hospital section, a church section, a quarantine section, a zombie section, a Victorian house section, and then an inbred like swamp section, like cannibal, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre section. So it's a hodgepodge of like themes that is just all put together into one. All right, let's see. Kat. Kind of wonder if she'd actually be the scare actor just to do it for the money. Kathy, like all thieves, is there to pickpocket everyone who faints in a haunted house. Ashley, now you bring that up. No, you don't deserve to be a scare actor. You're literally pickpocketing you're literally stealing everyone's shit. All right, let's see. Milady, she would care less. Milady would care less. Same thing goes with Percival, honestly. Ah, damn it. I think Cecilia would care less also. Or she just wouldn't like the idea. She'd be like very annoyed. Damn it, I like my waifu, but I think she would hate going through a haunted house. We're almost there, we're getting there, we're getting to the end. Sophia wouldn't have fun. She knows all the scares in advance. Well, if that's the case, she's unfazed then. Jake can see the future! I agree we'll probably enjoy it, honestly. Garrett. I don't know if Garrett would just be unfazed or if he just, you know, do it for the money. As like the initial reason why I went to haunted house, you know, wanted to work for a haunted house was like to get like a side job, just to get extra money. But over time, I started to love the haunted house and, you know, the creativity of it, and you know how much people, you know, how much effort is put into it. Honestly, Faye, I think she'd be too scared. Honestly, Hugh, he'd be an actor. He'd definitely be an actor. He knows the dark arts, and he literally is just doing it for the money. Honestly, speaking of Hugh, where is she? Nime would definitely be a scare actor for the right reason. And she's just there just to pester Hugh constantly about, like, you know, just a bunch of things, honestly. Want to steal Nime will want to steal Nurgle's stuff. Yeah, she would. Okay, Zeiss. Would Zeiss be unfazed by this whole thing, or would you just not like it? I think Zeiss would fake being brave, but feel uneasy. Okay. Zeiss could be scared. Zeiss wouldn't care much. I think for the most part, like, Zeiss, you know, you guys are saying Zeiss would just kind of be a bit scared for the most part. Douglas, he would not really be unfazed. He would not be fazed by it. He wouldn't really care. He just knows that, like, yeah, it's a haunted house. Same thing goes with Dayan. Yoder, okay. This is weird for me to saying this. A part of me wants to put Yoder as scare actor because I've met someone who is like Yoder and actually did play a priest role. Like a corrupt priest role within my haunted house. I think for the most part for Yoder, I don't think he would really care too much also. He just knows that, like, yeah, it's just that. It's a haunted house, what more can I say? Yoder is the kind of guy who would willingly work with Nime for all the right reasons. But if you guys are saying that if he'd be a scare actor, then he'd be along with Nime. Okay, now I think we're getting into the NPCs of this game. Gale. Scare actor, for sure. Or he just wouldn't care, honestly. Basically, it's implied that either Yoder was a dark mage or Nime was a priestess. Where the fuck is that coming from? I was gonna say whether or not if Narsian would be just too scared to be an asshole, but no, Narsian would definitely piss his pants. Let's see, Bronya, she would not care. I have two Murdochs here. Oops. At some point, Yoder and Nime were a thing, and apparently Nime was hot. Where the fuck are we going with this? Okay, Zephiel. He just hates humanity that much that he's willing to punch someone. And then Guinevere is just there, just trying to stop Zephiel from doing anything. It's just hating the haunted house along the way. All right, let's see. Idun. I think she might be a good scare actor, honestly. She can fulfill a creep role just fine. And yeah, she'll do her job. Old Zephiel wouldn't lose his cool. Like, get violent. Okay, he is either unfazed or just doesn't like the haunt, honestly. He'd be questioning, why the fuck am I here? I did put Idun as a scare actor for being, you know, good for a creep role. Jan, yeah, he'd definitely be a scare actor too. Jan would join the Jan would join the demonic triangle to make a square attack. Oh jeez, Legault. Would Legault actually care? Would he be too scared, or is it just he's just unfazed? I know this guy would be unfazed, but these two, I'm not entirely sure, honestly. Yeah, Legault wouldn't care. Okay, like the one thing I remember with both Akkad and Roach is that they kept on fleeing over and over. Then they kept on running away over and over again. Roach and Akkad will be scared beyond belief. Well, they are cowards. They keep on running away, so I'll just put them right here. And okay, Devias. Like, okay, like, you know me, how I had a tough time with Devias. Devias the dodge tank. Yeah, Devias is a lot braver, but I don't think he would really either like it or hate it, honestly. He'd just be unfazed. And then, Ein. Very similar to Kashuna. And they just like mistake Kashuna and Ein, like, who's the real one? Who's the real Magic Seal? I don't know, just focus on one guy. Scoron, this is pretty much Gonzalez's boss. I think he actually would be the type of person that would be punching people left and right. He'd probably be mugging people. And then, what was it? Maggie and Rose, they'd probably be the same thing too. They'd be mugging people. And then Oates, you know what? For the sake of for the sake of lore, Sexton attack! No, I'm just kidding. Literally all of the dark mages with their demonic Bibles, their demonic books, ganging up on either Kashuna or Ein, because they mistake one of them as a magic seal. They all be ganging up on the both of them, trying to out-magic them, and just the curse the haunted house. Alright, Monkey and his entire family wouldn't care. Yeah, they wouldn't. And then, oh man. I think Martell will be too scared, honestly. Okay. So I think we're done here then. Don't want to be the guy, but there are a few missing characters. There are, it's just, there are some characters that, okay, I will say this, like, there are some characters that I did put in here that I'm more familiar with. The other ones are just, like, standard, generic boss, like, character. Whereas, like, for some of these, like, they actually do have, like, character Lagance, Tobias, Eric. They have, like, a sense of character to them. Whereas, like, the other ones where it's like, they're just there just to, you know, block your way, and that's about it. I guess before I sign off, like, this is kind of like a dumb thing to ask, but like, I rank all these things as a scare actor, that has been, you know, doing this stuff for, you know, nearly 10 years. I kind of, like, do you guys have, like, any questions about, like, you know, my experiences as a scare actor, or do you feel like, you know, you've gotten enough, like, information from all this? What roles do I do? It's a mix between, like, a lot of roles that I've done for the one haunt that I've been doing. I have said too that I have done a undead miner where I'll be screaming like, the gold is cursed! The gold is cursed! Where's the gold? There's that. There has also been a time where I've been a lieutenant along with a drill sergeant, where I'd be holding a, you know, a Geiger counter and literally be screaming at people saying like, Sergeant, like, look over here, this guy's infected! Like that type of stuff. And then the more prominent role that I've been doing the entire time, or at least the prominent section that I've been doing the prominent section that I've been doing like throughout the whole years would be in a circus section, actually.